Janet and I met back in 2008 when we were attending college at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And I actually met her through my high school friend that was taking Korean classes with Janet. So one day we were outside ballet and Janet was passing by and my friend had introduced me to Janet.
Actually, I guess he thought, oh, she's cute or whatnot. But for me, I was actually rushing on my way home to get my homework submitted.
I just want to stay here by your side.
Well, Scott actually, he kept requesting to my friends that he wanted to get to see me and hang out with me more.
Over time, we started to hang out more at school, and also we would go to group dinners together. And eventually, we just started hanging out more and going on dates, and that's how we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
The fire's burning low. I still want you to.
He was a fun guy. He was fun and he was nice, and I knew he made a lot of effort to try to get to know me.
The one thing that I really love about Janet is she's so supportive. Even when I'm wrong, she makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing, and she always has my back, no matter what. And I just really appreciate that about her.
For my first date, Scott took us to Cheesecake Factory in Waikiki. He picked me up at my house. He waited by his car with a bouquet of roses.
I remember just being so nervous that night, everything from dropping my fork to forgetting my parking ticket in my car. And
we actually had to run back to his car and come back to the restaurant to get it validated. And he was just a nervous wreck. So our first kiss.
I had decided to buy a bag of fortune cookies, and each fortune cookie I got a tweezers and took out each fortune and replaced it with my own fortune, like just compliments to Janet, like you're so beautiful and something along those lines. And
so he took me out to Waikiki. We watched the fireworks and everything. We had a nice dinner.
So at the end of the night, when I had dropped her off at her house, we were in her parking garage, like I said, the most unromantic spot, and I told her, oh, go open the last fortune cookie.
I do not like fortune cookies. I don't like the taste of it, I don't like anything about it. So he kept pushing me, just open it, just eat it, and I broke open the fortune cookie. There was something inside, I didn't read it. He told me to eat the fortune cookie, so I was eating it and I was not enjoying it. It was stale and it just tasted like something he made. He told me to read the fortune cookie and it said, pakara.
She just started cracking up and she thought it was just so hilarious.
I had the fortune cookie in my mouth. It was so stale. It wasn't even going down, and he's coming in for the kiss and I'm like, this is not how I imagined my first kiss with you.
It was probably the most unromantic first kiss for her.
Morning light breaking through the eastern hills.
Our first trip, it was to Vegas when I turned 21. I think at that time we were really happy because it was our first trip. We never really got to go anywhere together by ourselves.
One of our favorite trips was to Seattle, where this past Christmas in 2016, we actually was able to catch a Seahawks game, and for me and Janet, it was both our first NFL game, so it was just a phenomenal experience.
With me forever, say you'll be my only love.
Over time, there's definitely a lot of aspects about Janet that I really fell in love with. When she's with my nephews, she was so motherly to them, and she really took care of them, and I know that she would be a great mother. And she's just such a loving person. Like, I can't live without her.
Seeing him more, I guess, it made me realize that He was a really good guy. He really was interested in me and not just the fact of having a girlfriend, I guess. He really made a point to get to know me.
Under this sky, I'm so alive.
Janet and I had already agreed that we would get married, and she wanted to design her own ring actually. So, and I had the jeweler play along with the lie actually. So he said that it was going to be done sometime in the end of November, but in actuality it was done a lot earlier, and Janet just didn't know about that. And that was the only thing I could really surprise her with, was the timing of when to propose. I still wanted to create that surprise for her as far as the proposal goes. And so I ended up proposing to her at Haleakala Summit for the sunrise.
His whole family was in on it. They told me that there was going to be a family reunion in Maui. And I thought something was weird because I didn't even know he had family in Maui.
My dad is into photography, and I told him to tell Janet that he wanted to take pictures of the sunrise at the summit, and I told him to invite us along. And Janet actually said yes, which is kind of surprising. So as the sun started to rise, I took Janet to some place, and my dad was, of course, photographing us.
And then he was saying something, like he was starting to say his speech, and then at that time I just already knew what was happening. I started crying, and then I don't even know what he said to me actually. All I heard was, "I love you and will you marry me?"
Janet, here we are on our wedding day, and I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me. You've helped me through life, and you've made me into a better person, and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with you. And you're the only person I love, and the only person I ever want to spend the rest of my life with. So thank you.
Well, Scott, my dearest, I hope you continue to be the way that you are. You are very caring. I have my ups and downs, and you're so great at always trying to cheer me up, always trying to make me happy. I don't really have anything more I could ask from you. Just if we can continue our relationship like this, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Say you